Hello, everyone. So thank you very much for being here today's demo day. Today we're having amazing projects and games within the blockchain gaming sector that we'll be presenting, and they will also have some prizes or giveaways at the end of each presentation. So stay tuned to to what they have to say. Let's start with today's intro, with today's demo day with a short intro, as you already know. Okay, awesome. So what is the Blockchain Game Alliance? The BGA is an organization committed to promoting blockchain within the game industry. Our goal is to spread awareness about blockchain technologies and encourage adoption by highlighting their potential, um, to foster new ways to create, publish, play, and build strong communities around games. We're also strong advocates for diversity and more inclusivity of women in the industry. We provide an open forum for individuals and companies to share knowledge and collaborate, create common standards, establish best practices, and of course, network. Some of our core activities include networking, researching and reporting, representing blockchain game companies, and advocating for blockchain in the game industry. So thank you very much to all our sponsors: AMD, Antler Interactive, Illuvium, One Way Block, Star Atlas, GIF Games, Splinterlands, Ubisoft, Saya, Fear, Gameloft, DNA Cat, Starmon, Mirror World, Vulcanverse, Dogami, Decimated, Non-Fungible, Digital Entertainment Assets, GamerHash, Game Exchange, IOI, TriumphX, Drops, Cartesi, Tesos, Algorand, Anarchy, Boson, Polygon, Chromia, Nexttype, Yoshi, NFTB, Sushi, Chain, Contribune, Animoca, DAppRadar, Galaxy Interactive, Consensus, Simplex, Polkadot, Dacoco, Hackermoon, and Bitcraft. And of course, to all our wonderful members that include companies and projects within the games and gaming companies, chains and protocols, developer solutions, esports, press and media, and many others. These are some of the events that we usually host: interviews with industry leaders, collecting NFT series, women inclusive dedicated events, free speaking opportunities and conferences, workshops, new members presentations, and of course the demo day, which is what we're doing just now. So without further ado, let's start with today's demo day. And we're starting with my neighbor Alice. Oliver, the stage is yours.
Thank you. So what I will do is I will start first the video, and I will talk over it and kind of talk about what we've been doing with the game and like the progress we have and things we're releasing in the future. So I will start this first, and you will see some of the newer gameplay we have, and also new gameplay we're introducing to the game. And so I can start with just introducing myself. So my name is Oliver, and I'm the game director for Mania by Alice. And I work mostly closely with the development and the developers of the game. What we've been doing since we demoed here lastly on BGA Demo Day is that we have expanded the team to a greater number. We have economy designers that have joined the team to work on the in-game economy, which is the very important part of the actual game, since it's a play-to-earn game. And we have also expanded the team with more developers, programmers, graphic artists, and everything. So this means that we can have more features to work on in parallel. So a few of these features is something that's going to be shown later in this video. And a few of them is that we're iterating on the landscaping tool, which is the tool which is when you purchase a plot and you are inside your plot, you can build freely. So I'm going to show you directly to in this video to where this is happening. So let's see if I can find that. Let's see. So what we have planned for the future of the game is that we have a companion app where you will be able to customize your avatar. So this will be a place where you can redeem all your NFTs that we have sold through either mystery boxes or as airdrops. And it could be customization for your avatar, such as costumes, it could be headwear, and this will be reflected in the main game as well. So let's say, for example, that you've acquired a costume of sorts, perhaps. Now we're having at the 3rd of November, we're having a Halloween sale on Binance NFT marketplace. And those things that you acquire there will be able to redeem both the companion app, but also within the main game. And this can be used in your avatar, and this will also be reflected on your avatar when you play the game. We've also had more sales on our plots and the land that we're selling out that you're seeing here. So we're slowly introducing more regions in the game that we're selling out. And this will be the plots that you will play on once the game fully releases. As you can see, it's very diverse and there's a lot of plots to be sold as well. And we have a bit of fishing gameplay as well that we have been working on as well. That will be there will be a meta game around the fishing of the game, so you'll be able to progress. And all of these things I'm mentioning is fully on the blockchain. So every action and operation performed is on the blockchain, the Chromia blockchain. So there's nothing that's not centralized in terms of gameplay. So I realized I showed a video that doesn't contain the gameplay I wanted to show. But anyways, so a success we've had with the game is that we have had a pre-alpha a few months ago, where we fully opened up, or we opened up the game partly to players, the public, and the community of our game to test the game. And we've had a really huge success. So we had over 3,000 players playing simultaneously on our servers. And we also got feedback from the community. So we tested the servers and we successfully managed to have all of those players playing simultaneously. And that was also on the blockchain, like the Chromia blockchain that is also in development. So it really proved that it's really possible to do this kind of game on a larger scale. So we will have more of these play tests and open up to the community and the public to test the game when we introduce new features such as fishing I mentioned, and also the ownership of plots, being on your plot, build and landscape. So that's something we will continue to be open about when we're opening up for more testing of the game. But so far we've had like really successful testing, and I'm just happy to have the community being part of this. Yes. So should we take the question, or is there anything?
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Oliver. And well, maybe we can move on to your question, and after that, then you can let us know you can tell us what's the price that you're giving away to anyone who answers correctly to this question. So what we do is we'll see at the comment section. So everyone who's watching can try to get it right and post it or send it through the comment section if you're even watching on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. And then Oliver, it's up to you to choose maybe randomly or whoever answers first who wins the prize. So So, well, yeah. Are you, so
Yeah.
if you're ready, you can share the question.
Yeah, I'm ready. So the question is, what is the name of the main town in the game? So what you're seeing right now, basically, what is the place called?
Okay, let's give them a couple of minutes to answer.
Yeah.
And let's see if there are other questions from the audience. Not at this moment, I think.
Yeah. So we have a few answers coming in here. So again, the question was, what is the main town in the game called? Which you can see here, and which was also the place where the pre-alpha was held, the actual place.
Yeah, let's give them a couple of seconds, and then you can choose from the ones who already answered, maybe randomly if you'd like, or the first one.
Yeah,
It's up to
I'll
you.
take randomly.
Okay. Oh, there's a question
So
actually. Sorry, in the
yeah,
meantime, maybe, well, we give them some more seconds. There's a question from Rafael Castro.
yeah.
Hi, I'm from Venezuela. How much to get into Alice?
How much, like in terms of what you have to pay in order to get started, or how would
Yeah,
I?
I guess so. I guess that's
Yeah.
the
So
question he's
basically,
having.
we have basically the game is play to earn, but it's also free to play, which means that the goal or ambition for us when it comes to the economy is that the player coming, the leisure player who might not be the one who is actually investing into the game should be able to get into the economy and earn without paying something at all. So there is no cost to get into the game, basically.
Okay, awesome. Okay, no other questions. So now, yeah,
Yeah.
if you would like to select the winner.
So unfortunately, this is the first time basically there is so far no one who has answered the correct answer. So what people have answered mostly here is Nature's Rest, which is one of the islands that exist within the archipelago. But the name exactly, now we got the first answer here. So the answer is Lumista, and screenwriter Jay answered correctly with Lumista, which is the town where it's a central place where people can meet, socialize, you can chat with your friends, and you can accept quests in the town where you can go on adventures and complete them for the neighbors.
Okay, awesome. Well,
So
screenwriter writer
screenwriter Jay.
J,
Yeah,
screenwriter J.
correct.
Okay, I will
Yeah,
send you or on the comments section if you can see
yeah,
on YouTube. I will post a link of a
yeah.
form so you can ask for your price and it will be redeemed. So in the meantime, Oliver, there's another question from the audience. I'm sorry
Yeah,
that I missed it from Jim B. I was
yeah.
asking when is their marketplace open on when it will open on the M&A website,
Yeah,
the My
so
Never Alice website.
yeah, so at the moment we're still working with the design. So we have not we have we're working on it and developing it, but we're not having a preliminary date at the current stage when it will be released. But it will definitely be released. So I can say much that.
Okay, awesome. And there's another last question for you.
Yeah,
Um,
sure, I can take questions.
so even if I don't get any NFT, I can still
Yeah.
play Alice.
Yeah, so Alice is like getting into the game requires no NFTs. There's no kind of fee for starting a character or so on. So basically, the ambition, like I said previously, for us is that the model we have for the economy and the play to earn is that the leisure and the free players that wants to enjoy the game should be able to get into the tap into the game economy without spending a cent, basically. And but we definitely encourage them to participate in the economy and use what they get from playing the game. But you know, when it comes to the question of paying something to play, there's no entry fee for anything. So I would consider it as any other free to play games that you have that you can actually. But then we have the additional layer of play to earn as well, which is the unique thing about this, that you can actually earn something that is profitable from playing it.
Okay, awesome. And the last question that appeared from Rafael as well. So the marketplace fee will be in the same token?
So the marketplace fee, it depends. I wouldn't be fully comfortable answering it right now because I'm not sure. So it would be that I could say something that's not correct. But since the marketplace is on the Chromia marketplace, or it's the Chromia blockchain, so the marketplace exists on several chains, but the main will be on the Chromia blockchain, which there is no fees for doing things. So that's the unique thing about it as well, is that you're not paying fees for things or transaction fees for transaction of NFTs as well. It's you're just paying the price of the actual NFT.
Okay, awesome. Well, I don't see any more questions from the audience, so thank you very much, Oliver, for presenting My Neighbor Alice. It looks great. It looks very fun, and yeah,
Thank you.
hopefully everyone can enjoy it as much as we do, at least during this presentation.
Great, thank you for having me.
Okay, so thank you very much for being here. So let's move on to George from Black Eye Galaxy. Hi, George. You're in mute, just in case.
Hi guys, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you very much. So that was a great presentation, by the way, Oliver. Really enjoyed that. I really like the artwork in Alice. I think it's really cool. Okay, so would you like me to just launch straight into it?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, so I'm going to start with a. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen. So let me do that for you now. Okay. So this is my screen. I can't hear you guys for some reason. Is there something I'm doing wrong?
We're seeing,
I can hear you now. Thank you.
The StreamYard currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with this.
Yeah,
I'm going to start with this, which is a quick presentation I've put together. Well, actually, one of my staff members put it together. Thank you, James. So I'm going to talk to you today about Black Eye Galaxy. Black Eye Galaxy is a space metaverse game. It's a play-to-earn game. I'm going to start running you through some of the aspects, and then I'll go straight into some gameplay. So this is the Black Eye Galaxy logo. And then welcome to Black Eye Galaxy gameplay overview. So it's a space metaverse platform. You can buy NFT planets, conquer solar systems, discover unique planets in the galaxy, explore using Discovery spaceships, buy mining ships and earn up to 600% ROI. Each mining resource will be represented by a separate token. I'll go into that shortly. Buying cargo ships and you can earn a passive income. These are some of the new ships we've got coming and new additions to the planets. You can start civilizations on some of the planets, and we have a 3D game coming up which you'll be able to see. And these are some stills from that game. You can join and build alliances. These are the alliance cards. We have many partnerships, including Landshare, Super Launcher, Hodoi, and AutoShark. And actually, I came from AutoShark when I originally joined. So shout out to AutoShark team and community. We have a 3D gameplay racing game, player versus player, which is in development now. So I'm now going to get into showing my screen with you to show you the actual gameplay itself. I'm still not able to hear you guys. Can somebody speak to me so that I know that I can hear you?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we're now seeing the StreamYard screen, just so
Okay.
you know.
Okay, thank you. Right. So this is the landing page for Black Eye Galaxy. And as you can see, this is just an explanation of what's going on in the game. So each planet and spaceship that we have, all the assets are NFTs. Each planet has its own set of resources that can be mined by staking and then sold on the market. Each mining resource will be represented by a separate ERC20 token. Planets that fall within the Earth Similarity Index can be terraformed to be inhabitable, and there you can build colonies. Civilizations with their own currency can be established, and mined resources can be sold by civilizations near to one another. So I'm going to launch straight into, this is our roadmap, game concept, seed investment, blah, blah. You can see that, but I'm going to launch straight into some gameplay for you. So here we have our star map. This is the Black Eye Galaxy itself, and this segment represents the star cluster on the Binance chain. Right now we're operating on the Binance Smart Chain, but more chains will come, and these will be represented in these spaces. So we click on this, and we launch into what we call the star map. And here on the star map, I'm going to bring it up in full screen for you. We have various alliances on the star map. This is the BYG alliance, and the game centers around the civilization of the Irisians. So Iris is the main planet of the BYG alliance, and Iris, Black Eye Galaxy, the iris of the galaxy. So we're going to open this star system, and I'll show you. So the main star for Iris is the sun, and then we have Concord, Iris, and Libert. These are all, this one and this one would have been named by somebody who owns the planets in the NFT form. So I'm going to open Iris, and I'm going to show you a little bit more. So Iris is a Class M planet. She is the main homeland of the Irisians, and she is in the BYG Star Alliance. And each planet has natural resources which can be mined. These resources are not explored because Iris is the homeland owned by the BYG, so owned by Black Eye Galaxy itself. So I will show you another planet shortly to explain all this. So we'll go back out, and let's have a look at Concord. Planet Concord is in the BYG Alliance, Class H planet. I will do the classifications of planets shortly. She has 2 moons by the looks of it. And here you can see information, what size she is in terms of Earth sizes, sidereal rotations, how many days it takes for a year to go by, surface area, and Earth Similarity Index, which is a large part of the classification of planets. She has natural resources, which are just loading, of 8,732 BYG tokens. The native token for Black Eye Galaxy is BYG. She has this many tokens within her body, and those can be mined using mining stations, etc., which I can show you here. So she has 1 mining station currently, and so players can basically purchase additions to their planet. So this is a planet factory. The planet factory can be used to build other additions to the planet very quickly, as opposed to having all the components delivered from Iris. And the further away your planet is from Iris, the longer it takes for delivery. So by building a factory, you remove delivery times, etc. So you can build mining stations, you can build repair stations, and that's where ships go to be repaired. And every time a player with a ship NFT needs to repair their ship, they will go to a repair station at one of the planets, and the planet owner will repair the fee, will get the fees from that repair. We're also about to introduce a salvage depot, which is another add-on to the planet NFTs that will appear here, and that's for salvage, which is collected, which is essentially space junk that is floating around in space, and we have a ship that will collect that. So that's our next ship, and we have a growing range of ships coming to Black Eye Galaxy, each one with unique properties and unique ways of earning. So let's talk about star alliances. Star alliances are, for now, we have the BYG one, which is the main one. Then we have Super Launcher. They have a star alliance. Each star alliance is made up of several stars, and each with their own planets. If you have a planet within a star alliance, you will not only get the BYG tokens that you can mine on the planet, but you can also get tokens from that particular sponsor. So I will show you the AutoShark alliance. So we have Apex, which is reference to Apex Predators. Apex is a Class I planet, which means it's covered in ice. And as you'll see, when you look at the natural resources, you will see that there are Black Eye Galaxy tokens, which is BYG, and Jaws tokens, which is Jaws. And these can both be mined. And when you mine these with your mining stations, they will come and be claimable. So moving out, again, I will show you more. So this is the star map, and underneath you have the list of planets. You can filter the list of planets by alliance. For example, you could put the BYG alliance here, click search, and they will pop up below. We're working on improving our user interface so that things become easier and more smooth. We will add a system where you can click on a planet and then the star map will take you to that particular planet or star that it belongs to, so you don't have to hunt for the stars in future. And you can see there's a really nice range of beautiful looking planets, many different planets, each with different properties. All the majority are owned by private players, except for Iris, which is the homeland planet, which is owned by the game itself. Here you can see gas planets, etc. I'm going to talk you through the classification of planets because it seems like the right time to do that. So we've used the Star Trek fan site classifier of planets to classify our own planets. So I'll talk you through these. First of all, we have Class D, or planetoid, or moon, which is has little or no atmosphere. Extraction of resources is usually not difficult, but the construction of a ground station can be irrational due to the small size of the object. So these are usually about sort of 0.2 to 0.4 in terms of Earth size, no atmosphere, and although they have resources, they probably have about half the resources of most sort of larger planets. Next, we have Class H, which is uninhabitable, usually rocky planet with no or minimal atmosphere. Natural resource extraction is usually straightforward. Depending on the number of the nature of the formation of the planet, they can be both very rich or very poor in valuable and rare minerals. Next, we have Class I, which are ice planets, planets with very low temperatures or partially or completely covered with ice. Due to the presence of ice in large quantities, they can form the basis for small planet bases, which can be inhabited. The next is Class K. These are habitable as long as pressure domes are used and can be terraformed into Class M, which I will show you next. We will soon have a part of the game where you can choose flora and fauna and start creating a way of terraforming your planet so that you can eventually make it into a fully inhabitable planet. And here, Class K can be turned into Class M eventually, and here is a Class M, Earth-like with atmospheres containing oxygen and typically nucleogenic particles, largely habitable for all humanoid life forms, and the Irisian people are a humanoid life form. Next, we have a Class N, which has a dense toxic atmosphere. The surface and core of the planet are rockier than that of Class T planets. In the low layers of the atmosphere, constant strong hurricanes usually rage. Extraction of resources can be difficult. So if you have a Class N planet, you may find that your resources that you're mining may take a lot longer than other planets, for example. But they each have their sort of different speeds of mining. Class T is a gas giant composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. They are absolutely huge. They have high pressure and temperature in the lower atmospheres, and extraction of natural resources can be very difficult. Class Y, finally, is a lava planet. They are volcanic planets with numerous active volcanoes and high surface temperatures, and extraction of resources is usually difficult. So that's the classification of the planets. So we'll go back into the Black Eye Galaxy game. I'm going to take you to the market. Here on the market, we have secondary sales and primary sales. So brand new ships, planets, and alliance cards, and also some that are being resold by different players who would like to sell them, possibly purchase something else, or to get back their BYG. So as you can see here, this is
sorry, George.
yes.
Just so you know, I think that 10 minutes already passed. Maybe you can do a closure,
I can summarize.
or you can summarize a little bit more.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to go on a bit. There's so much to explain. It's one thing I'd like to do.
I know.
I'd like to just show you a little thing we have in development right now. So we're working on a PvP game, and the PvP game is first we're going to have racing, then we're going to have player combat, and we're going to sort of engage people with this as much as possible. So this is a little demo of a PvP game which our 3D designer made probably. Oh, sorry, that's not it. Sorry, that's not it. Oh, here we go. This is the one. So I'm going to show you this. So this was made by our 3D designer, game designer, using open source components. These little spaceships aren't actually our spaceships, but they could be. And this is a fantasy world racetrack, which has just been downloaded by our 3D designer, but it shows what is possible. This was done in about 6 hours. And when we get all the parts from our 3D modelers that we need, we will then be able to make a really engaging 3D game, player versus player, and later player versus player combat, which should really up the ante on our play to earn game. We'll have leaderboards, competitions. There will be teams which can race against one another. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Very exciting stuff.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, George. It looks
You're welcome. Thanks
really
for having
great.
me.
No, thanks to you. And well, it's time for your question. Probably somebody already sneak peeked the question when the private chat appeared on screen, but maybe you can let us know to whoever didn't see it.
Sure. So the question was, which 3 planet classes are capable of supporting human life?
Okay, awesome. So let's give them a couple of minutes to answer. And in the meantime, I can see a question from the audience.
Sure.
It says, what blockchain is this game on?
So this game is currently on the Binance Smart Chain, but we're hoping to expand to other chains in the future.
Okay, awesome. Well, we're seeing some questions there. Okay, apparently everyone got really excited about the racing.
Oh, good.
feature of
Yeah,
the game.
This is something which we're very excited about as well. The racing is going to change the whole thing completely. Right now, our game is focused mainly on mining resources and managing those resources. And soon we intend to expand that into, we should have like red zones, yellow zones, green zones, where you can up the ante. If you want to take some more risk, you can go to a red zone, and you may risk getting attacked by pirates, for example, and there will be protector ships in order that you can buy as NFTs and protect yourself from pirate attacks, and that kind of thing. And then with the racing game, players are going to just have leaderboards, maybe a weekly leaderboard, a monthly leaderboard, prizes for those people, and then later they're going to be able to have at it with each other with some really nice combat spaceships. And I'm really looking forward to that. And if ever anybody's in the chat having an argument or a heated discussion, we can just say, hey guys, just take it to PvP, and we want to see who comes out and wins this.
That's awesome. Okay, well, we're seeing a lot of answers there. So do you see any correct replies to the ones in the chat?
So in the comments?
In the comment section, yes.
Okay, so let me just see. I've got a few here. Let me see these. So I'm going to try and find the first one. We're giving away an asteroid hunter spaceship to anyone who gets this right. So I'm going to keep looking. I've got Somebody very close with MKT, but unfortunately not. MKT, no. Okay, so far nobody's got it right, but very close with MKT.
MKT. Okay, so would you randomly select one, or?
I mean, if people want to try and put one more, so the T one is incorrect. So class M is correct. Class K
There's
is correct.
actually one I think is correct. More like at the end of the comments, or am I wrong?
No. Oh, yes. Screenwriter J.
Yeah, again.
Boom.
Okay, so screenwriter is on fire today.
Well, yeah, so class M is the same as Iris. Class K is the one that needs terraforming, and class I is the ice planet. Todd,
Okay,
fam,
yeah.
I'm really sorry you didn't quite get it in time, but well done.
Okay, awesome. So, well, screenwriter, you already have the link. Just send us a message or fill out the form and claim your 2 prizes of the day. Yeah, you're on a roll.
Well done.
Right. Well,
roll,
thank you
nice.
thank you very much, George, for presenting.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's been great.
Hey, awesome. Thank you. No, okay, so let's move on
guys.
to to Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me all right? Testing.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool. I'll jump right in to keep the flow going here. Let me know if you can see my screen. And I'm probably going to shut off video just to make sure that my Wi-Fi bandwidth doesn't die out here. Can you guys see my screen okay? All right. I'm going to start off with a bit of a presentation, but then we'll go into live demo and then show a bit of like what we're doing on Discord as well. But anyway, I am a founder and CEO of Leyline, and we are doing some interesting stuff relative to the gaming world. We're not exactly a game. We're more like a gamification platform and NFT collectibles project, and really about connecting social impact with the digital metaverses. And the core and the heart of what we're trying to do is actually building proof of good on a blockchain and opening up for entire public, and to build this alliance with all the other games that are out there and metaverses. So our mission is really to build a sustainable blockchain ecosystem that's going to make philanthropy easy, fun, and profitable. So there are a number of big goals that we have. First is to be a provider of NFT fundraising services to nonprofits, NGOs, social impact organizations, academic institutions all around the globe. We want to raise over $100 million in funds to charities, lift over 1 million people out of extreme poverty indefinitely through their own acts of altruism, and then take that model of gamification and economics and apply that into different metaverses and experiences. That's all going to flow back into the social good ecosystem. So that's a bit of the vision for what we're trying to build. So we're actually a collection of different veterans from the game, tech, and crypto industries. I have been in the tech sector for about 20 years now and spent the last 10 years over at Blizzard Entertainment. So our teams have been responsible for launching Overwatch, Diablo 3, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, World of Warcraft expansions, StarCraft 2, different esports leagues like the Overwatch League, and a number of other esports franchises. And we are pulling together because we actually want to just make the world a better place. So our focus here is really on social impact and how can we harness the power of video games to make that happen. So today we're going to cover is taking a look at the NFTs that we are building to actually launch this platform, which we're calling our Leyline Bags of Hope. We're going to talk about the proof of good ledger, which is really the heart of the data that's required to actually mine these NFTs and mint them. Go into the reward system, as well as how we're going to develop these digital identities related to the social good that you do in the real world. Talk about some of our progress and then the real impact that we're having, and then hopefully get to inspire you to take action and join the movement. So that's kind of what we're going to try to cover today. So yeah, let me introduce you to our NFT project. So we're going to be launching our 10K generative PFP/wearables collections or profile pictures. So if you guys are familiar with the whole movement going on with Bored Apes, CryptoPunks, Cool Cats, Lazy Lions, and all those things, we are taking an approach there, but really making sure that our entire platform is backed through real world value. So every NFT that's going to be minted on the Leyline platform are going to be coming from verified acts of good. And so we're partnered with different nonprofit organizations, social impact orgs, to create this verification system combined with a community in our DAO. So you know that anyone that's owning a Leyline NFT has done something really good in the world. And we'll explain how we help make that happen. And so the purpose of these NFTs, these bags, are that they're usable across the entire metaverse and compatible with every other dApp that's out there, where you can take it into Decentraland or Sandbox or Crypto Voxels, display it in your art gallery, or have it functional in a different metaverse game based off of the good that you've done. And so the gamification that we are taking on is being able to level up and craft your items into higher rarity tiers, from common, uncommon, rare, super rare, to ultra rare. And the only way you level it up is by solving real world problems. And ultimately, these NFTs are going to give you access to the DAO and governance rights, as well as staking. And the idea is that every single NFT that we're creating is going to be helping people. And we want to capture those stories and actually display and show the progress we've made in the social impact over time. So inside the bag in this NFT, you're going to be collecting different exclusive art from different artists on a platform. So the more you level up, the more art you end up unlocking. The highest rarity tiers will also lead to physical merch that you have in the real world. And every single one of these is essentially proof of good. So the other component around the marketplace that we're building is that we're also going to be splitting commissions to be focused on fairness and social impact. So 10% of all the proceeds from the NFTs are going to go to our charity treasury and to NGOs that are on the platform. 8% will go to the artists and creators that are building the art for the NFTs. 2% goes to run the platform and the DAO. And then 80% goes to the actual users doing the social good. So the heart of it is really the proof of good protocol. And so if we're talking about how do we verify good deeds in the real world and then bring it onto the blockchain, we actually have to have three major components. We need to have a system and a process through which we can verify good deeds. That's something we can trust as a public good. And we are actually making sure that all this is open source. It's available on the public blockchain. It's a ledger that anybody can use across the metaverse. It's not just exclusive to us. And so what we're doing is creating these partnerships with as many social impact organizations that are out there who validate donations and proof of attendance for volunteering, whether it's donating blood to the Red Cross or money to the American Cancer Society or computing power to cancer research and climate change research. We have also built our community and a platform to also help moderate and approve specific submissions, and also be a source of truth and checks and balance for the other organizations. And so all of these are going to be elevated into the actual DAO. And I'll show you how that all comes together. And those acts of altruism recorded on this public ledger. So in order for this to be sustainable and actually work, we actually need to have a monetization and business model and a reward system to incentivize people to keep on doing good. So this is kind of the high level concept and how it all is supposed to work. So we're not just this PFP project. We're not just a bunch of JPEGs on a blockchain. We're actually creating an ecosystem that's connecting the NFT profit model and collectible model to empowering users and creators to serving people and planet. So our ultimate goal is really about how do we create this regenerative and compounding system where people are doing good, making a profit, and then incentivizing them to keep on doing it over and over again and create the sustainable altruism income. So let me show you what we've got so far. So we are in our alpha build right now, and you can check us out at leyline.gg. And let's see if I can make sure this is all working for you. So the basic flow is essentially you're going to come in and start to choose your activities to earn your good points. So on our Do Good page, you can see that we have a number of different activities that you could choose from. There's not just on the website, but on our Discord server, you can actually participate in posting up these acts of good deeds. And you can see here that eventually this page will be a spotlight for all the different NGOs that we have on a platform that lets you understand what their mission is, their impact, how you can participate and earn good points, and as well as donate and earn exclusive NFTs and those points. you use those points and redeem them on our prize pool. So here you could basically see that we have our mystery box, which is going to allow you to get your randomized prizes. And in the prize pool is actually a mix of NFTs that you mint from your good points, as well as prizes and cash value items that have been donated from different sponsors. So many people are actually earning cash value prizes by just doing good and earning these good points, which then go into your collection. And the end goal here is to craft them together into the ultra rare NFTs, which lead to the 10K project. On top of that, we also have our leaderboards that's basically showing off the top altruists in the world. And so now you can imagine a global leaderboard of all the good deeds that individuals can have, sorted by guilds, by countries, by organizations, by corporations. And really the idea is, how do we elevate and put a spotlight and shine a light on the good that every individual is doing, and have a source of truth that we can all agree on. All right.
All right. Awesome.
So,
thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you, Jeremy.
I did want to close out with a couple of updates on where we are. So we are gaining significant traction, and we have a number of key partnerships that I'm super excited about. We are building on the Polygon blockchain, but also have a cross-chain solution in place. So we're working with Clayton and with Koi and ECTA. We have over a dozen NGO partners that are now signing on board to write to the proof of good ledger. And we're going to begin minting our NFTs towards the end of November. So super excited to partner up with different devs here to build some compatibility on a roadmap. We have a very ambitious plan for next year. So we are aiming to have our metaverse wearables and metaverse metagame later in 2022. So hopefully we can build some alliances with other game developers here. And ultimately, I really wanted to focus on the fact that this is all about social impact. Really, we're gamifying good, we're gamifying life, we're building this economic model, but we have this big opportunity in a blockchain space. We're going to create tremendous abundance. And how do we bridge this gap between the metaverse that we're building and the physical world that sustains all of us, and that's and the problems to solve there? So our focus, we have a 501c3 charity based out of California. We are actually focused on developing and underserved communities all over the world. And we already have ground operations in Haiti, South Africa, Botswana, Indonesia, and soon Philippines. And the idea is we're providing, using the revenue generated from this platform to help lift these people up out of poverty. Starting from physiological needs to access to the internet, devices and smartphones, and then ultimately education. This is really the big opportunity that we have. And these stories are what we are trying to embed into the NFTs. So when I say human stories are in these bags of hope, it is really about changing lives. And we can create these amazing experiences, both from the gaming point of view and connect it to the real world. And really that's the hope, is that everything that we do as part of this ecosystem, the output is positive social impact, whether you're investing or whether you're playing a game. That's really the focus. And I know I probably spent too much time, so I'll probably pause it there. But I will show a brief clip of some of the work that we've already done in Indonesia that our field team has put together. And I'll pop that up over here. So, we are currently working with these impoverished communities in different areas. And our goal is that over time, 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 2 years from now, we will be continually going to these areas and supporting the growth and income that these individuals are earning through their acts of altruism. And that is a story that we want to tell, is that crypto can really change the world and gaming can change the world. I genuinely believe that gaming is the pathway to unlocking this untapped human potential. And I do believe it's this generation of gamers that is going to save the world. So unfortunately, my video is not playing here, but I'll post the link over in chat, and you guys should come check it out. So anyway, we'd love to work together with all of you. I would love to have you sign up to the platform. We're going to be doing our 10K pre-sales later in November, on November 30th, on Giving Tuesday. So if you guys are interested in collecting NFTs and being a part of this mission and seeing this game evolve over time, I would love to have you join our Discord. And we are also in the midst of fundraising. So we are certainly looking for anyone interested in pre-sales of our utility token or charitable donation. Oops, sorry. Let me fix that there. And yeah, absolutely looking for partners as well to, if you're having any kind of social impact that you want to record on a proof of good ledger, we'd be happy to bring you into the proof of good protocol and help establish a DAO. And yeah, we can do some cool stuff together. So I'll stop there. Thank you very much.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Jeremy, for sharing it. And yeah, it's very important, very impactful project. So thank you very much for presenting it to all of us. Well, in the meantime, maybe we can go to your question. Maybe we can move on to your question, and then you can share the price.
Yeah, sure. So the question I have is, how many people in the world live in extreme poverty? Rough estimate, if you throw that out there.
Okay, great. Maybe in the while they are answering the question, maybe you can share what's the price to whoever is the winner of today's.
Yeah. So actually, during our alpha test, we are dropping a lot of different POAPs. So as people are participating in our events or coming to our community, we have a lot of exclusive alpha NFTs that we're dropping. And the idea is, as we go to our 1.0 launch and go live, there'll be specific crafting recipes as you merge these together. So alpha testers are going to have a unique bonus for being part of the platform today and having your impact. So we'll be dropping a rare NFT that's specifically for the alpha for anybody that gets the answer right. And we could give it take a few million or so estimation wise, because it's really hard to have a fully accurate number here. So I'm seeing some close guesses. Billions, not millions. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, it's should I wait for some more answers, or should I
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Thinking.
Yeah, so the answer is there are 689 million people in the world living in extreme poverty. I really want that number to sink in. It is incalculable. We live in a world of incredible abundance, and we are minting crypto millionaires like by the second. Is there any reason why people need to be starving on this planet? And the answer is no. So we have the power to change this. Like, this is our opportunity, and I think it's our responsibility. So yeah, come join us. Let's make this happen. And we're not the only ones that are working on this. Many different programs. So the closest guess, well, Todd, good job coming in late after I gave the answer. But yeah, it looks like Anne had 650 million, which is the closest. So the price is right for you, Anne. We're gonna hook you up with a rare alpha NFT. And yeah, thanks very much, everybody, for listening.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Jeremy, for sharing it with us. So let's move on to Diogo. You're in mute, I think.
Hi, everyone. I believe you can hear me now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. So my name is Diogo. I'm the product evangelist of Blockbusters, and we developed QUDO. And I'm going to show you my screen to show you a video or kind of introduce you to the project and the team behind it, for you to have a general idea. And then I will show you the platform itself and a few gameplay of some of the games that we have listed. Okay? So let's start with the video. Let me know if you cannot hear the audio. I'll try to fix it.
We can hear it.
Awesome.
The gaming industry is huge and gaming is a major part of our lives, but it's not as fun as it should be. Gamers want fun and engaging games, game developers want to create this, but they also have to pay their bills and fill their games with ads and pay-to-win mechanisms. We at QUDO aim to change this.
QUDO is a blockchain-based rewarding mechanism that rewards players and game developers for their in-game actions. Implementing QUDO into games can generate additional income so that game developers can stop begging players with intrusive ads and paywalls.
Using QUDO's SDK, any game can now connect to the blockchain and benefit from its advantages without any prior blockchain knowledge being required. You can already visit our games portal at games.qudo.io.
We launched an early alpha version of QUDO in 2020, containing our own game, Blocks, to showcase QUDO's technology. The feedback was so great that several games, players, gaming services all around the world have joined QUDO, even before its public launch.
We are now pursuing our goal of becoming the most utilized token within the gaming industry and bring interoperability for NFTs in gaming. Imagine being able to use a weapon, a car, or any other game object as a gaming NFT across other games.
You can also help us by joining our community. Register on the QUDO platform, join our Discord and Telegram channels, and of course, sharing is caring. Help us decentralize the gaming market by letting other people know about QUDO.
We believe that QUDO can become the #1 blockchain platform for the gaming industry. With QUDO, games will be fun and rewarding again.
Okay, so as you can see, QUDO is a gaming rewarding mechanism and it's based on blockchain technology. So what we do is we created a platform, including an SDK that we can provide to game developers so that they can easily include into their games. We start with our own game, it's Blocks, and we already have 20 games listed in the platform that are interested and like the idea of QUDO. And what QUDO actually does is it rewards for in-game time. So we call it like a proof of gameplay. Players earn QUDO tokens for the time they invest playing QUDO either in games, and game developers at the same time earn for their gaming activity. So the blockchain will send QUDO tokens every minute according to their activity. This way, players will have access to QUDO tokens and will do more in-app purchases. And they can also use the QUDO tokens on all QUDO other games. Meaning, if they play one game and earn QUDO tokens in one game, they will be allowed to use those QUDO tokens in other games. So the QUDO tokens will not be inside only one game. They can use it as they wish. And at the same time, game developers will have more resources, so they can not only use those QUDO tokens to incentivize the players to play their games by creating achievement rewards and iScore rewards to provide more QUDO tokens to their players, but this is the major thing is that they can also use the QUDO tokens to hire outsourced professionals inside the gaming industry to help them develop their games. We are also adding service providers that are accepting QUDO token as payment to help them. These can be more game developers, this can be copywriters, this can be sound designers, every professional that has an interesting ability inside the gaming industry can access to the QUDO platform. As you can see, we have already 20 games, some of them are still in beta and alpha. And we already have 13 game developers providing games to the platform, and we are not even on the mainnet yet. We have been on the testnet since March 2020, and we are preparing to launch on the mainnet on the upcoming months. So it's really amazing that the QUDO token doesn't have any market value yet. We are still on the testnet, and people are already really interested in enjoying QUDO and to be an early adopter of QUDO. We already have the most active players, people who are collecting more QUDO tokens over the past week, this month actually, and we have the most effective players, who are the players who earn more achievements and high score rewards. And as I mentioned, we also have service providers. So you can see we already have sound designers, we have 2D and 3D artists, we have voiceovers, and we have a 3D merchandising company that accept QUDO as payment to help game developers to make their games more promising and to improve them. Besides the network rewards and the performance rewards, we also have the bug spotting feature, which allows players and game developers, most on the players, they can earn QUDO tokens for reporting bugs. So imagine that you are a game developer, you have a game that's still in alpha and beta, and you are an indie game developer, you don't have that much resources to go to a crowd testing platform and invest your own money, but you cannot find all the bugs by yourself. Letting your friends play your game will not be enough. So if you have a game that's still in alpha, you can list your game on the QUDO platform, enable the QUDO bug spotting feature, and since the QUDO users are already getting rewarded with QUDO tokens for the in-game playtime, they will also be rewarded for the bugs they find. So instead of not bothering with the bug, they will be looking for bugs to report to have an extra reward, and they are going to be compensated with QUDO tokens. I'm going to show you some gameplay. Most of these games are for mobile. We're only accepting mobile games for now, and they need to be Unity-based games. But it's already on our roadmap. We are planning to start accepting PC games in the near future. So let me open. So for this demo days, I'm going to show you cubics and can be creators. So let me put this in full screen. So this is all game developers that reach out to us and wanted to include QUDO into their games, and are trying to use the most out of QUDO. So to start, let me just go to the shop and do the most important thing. It's to grab the QUDO skin. So let me show you. This is the SDK that every game just drag and drops this SDK into their game, and they can easily have access to blockchain and QUDO features. Here you can have access to your wallet, to your balance, and the history of your payments, transactions, your activity reports, and you can also have access to all the achievements that this game, in this case Cubics, has, and the achievements that I already unlocked, and the achievements that I still haven't unlocked yet, because I still need to finish. So every time, if I complete this achievement, I'm going to get rewarded with 10 QUDO tokens. This game doesn't have iScores, so it's not showing here. Show you. And this is other product. Since the game doesn't have any products, it will show here. On the next game, it has some products, and I can show you how it works. So just to show you some of the gameplay. For example, in Cubics, you basically need to collect all the emeralds and try to reach the finish line. So you can see it's like a puzzle game where you need to find the best strategy to grab these emeralds. I'm kind of stuck. As you might notice, I haven't finished this level yet. Cool. Just for you guys to have a general idea of all the game is. I just missed an emerald. Oh, and I cannot restart. So, and you need to find the best way to finish the level, capturing all the emeralds and try to reach the finish line. It isn't that much time. I'm going to show you right away the second game. This is a shoot 'em up game where you are using a plane that has a V8 motor and you try to shoot all the enemies, and if you get shot only once, you die. And as you can see, all these game developers have a different gameplay because they are from all around the world. They were games that were already developed, and they just included the QUDO SDK, and now they have access to the blockchain features, and they didn't even need to know how to properly use blockchain. So I'm just gonna die for. So, and one thing is that, like on arcades, you could put another coin and continue playing. But in this case, since they are using QUDO, you can just come here, play, and do any purchase using the QUDO tokens. There's no need for credit cards or PayPal or whatsoever. You can just choose a wallet you want to use, the pocket money or the main wallet, and press play, pay. And right now I'm using an emulator. It's kind of not working properly, because he's using most for mobile, but you can have a general idea. And every game there's an icon to have access to the wallet and to check all the purchases. Oh, no, I have this logged in. Give me a second. While this is opening, you can see here that every activity that I've been doing, I can have all access to the performance where I was earning achievements, the high scores that I've been collecting, the products that I've been buying. And this was from the previous game that I've been playing, blocks, the Super Fireboy, Ace of Space, all the games that I've been playing, and all the products I've been purchasing, and also the bugs that I've been reporting to the developers. Here is one of the bugs that I reported to the game developers, saying I can't start the game, for example, and he accepted, and I got rewarded with QUDO tokens. In this bug, I tried to report saying I can play, and it was rejected from the game developer, saying that the game is not accurate, or it was already being solved. And if I go to my wallet, I can stake I can even invite using the referral program. And once the player is comfortable enough, he can migrate and have totally control of their own wallets. What we are doing is every casual player can join QUDO, and it will feel like a normal game. They will not have direct access to their own keys unless they want to. So let them get familiar with, and once they are, okay, I want to get access to my keys, they can just come here and say, I'm ready to take control of my wallet. You have terms like they need to save their keys, and that's it. And while they are playing, they are collecting these rewards, and they need to come here and claim the rewards. Easy as that.
Okay, awesome. Looks great.
So,
Diogo?
I think we should pass to the question.
Yes, please. Do you have it with you? Otherwise, yeah. I can. Okay.
No worries. I have it with me. I just don't want to show the answer, because if I go back, I will show the answer properly. So
okay. I will remove the screen then.
Okay. The question is, how many games are currently listed in the QUDO platform?
Okay. You can see the question on screen.
Just show me a screen now. I can show you one thing.
You can
share it again. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what happened on the other game. No, it's not showing the answer now. So since I didn't log off on my previous account, it doesn't allow me to play multiple games at the same time, because you can only receive rewards from one game. So I opened my account on a different game. That's why it didn't allow me to do a purchase, because I still have this session active on the previous game. I should have needed to come here and press switch.
Okay, Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So let me
And
see if I have a correct answer. Everyone did the correct answer. Okay, I'm gonna choose the first one. So the first one was, let me check. I think it was Lucy Gale. It was the first one to answer correctly, if I'm not mistaken.
There it is. Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
Lucy
awesome.
Gale. It was the first one to answer correctly.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
okay.
Lucy.
Great.
Was there any more questions?
No, there was actually a question from Lucy Gal, but you kind of answered it.
Okay,
It
awesome.
says,
Yeah, it
what
was
game
mobile.
platforms does it work on? And then you, like seconds later, you just replied to the question.
Awesome. It was my segment. It's mobile first, and then we are launching for PC support as well.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So Lucy, I'm gonna send you the link to the form. So please fill it out so you can reclaim your prize.
Yeah, sure. And to everyone who was interested, register on the QUDO platform and join our community. It was really good to have you as an early adopter. And if you join us before we launch on the mainnet, we are going to be rewarded as a special gift for all the early adopters before we go to the mainnet.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Diego, for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Now let's move on to Drew. Hi, Drew.
Hi, everyone. Everyone can hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I am from Chain of Insight is the name of our company, and I'm here to present to you our first sort of like major flagship game, which is called Project Uanon, which can already be played online. Just try to start my screen share here. Is the game showing? We're good?
Not yet.
No?
Oh, it's loading. Just give it
Okay,
just
well,
a
let
second.
me know
okay,
when
there it is.
When it's good. Okay, cool. Just try to work through things pretty fast. I also presented at the new members presentation on Tuesday, which I encourage you to check out. I went over things from a fairly technical side here. I tried more to go into the art and beauty side. The game, it looks beautiful. This is just a website. Here's just sort of the agenda of items that we are going to work through here. But just for your information, the game website is uanon.observer. You can go and start playing the game now. You will need to install a Tezos browser extension or create an account with QUDO, which is another Tezos wallet app provider. Our game takes place on the Tezos blockchain. Definitely go to /FAQ if you have any problems. If you scroll down, it will actually go into frequently asked questions. And some of the first ones will take care of pointing you to the right direction if you want to go the QUDO route or the browser native route. If you're going the Temple browser extension route, just for anyone who's familiar with approaching things from an Ethereum standpoint, the Temple browser extension would probably be the closest Tezos integration that would be behaving similar to MetaMask. The first thing I just wanted to talk about and touch on was the game story. As a genre, this would be what's called an ARG game or alternate reality game. And in terms of, sussing out some of that information for yourself, something that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to youtube.com and you're going to want to search for Project Uanon. This will bring you helpful information, and it will also help you find the Uanon YouTube account, which is where a lot of videos get posted and all of our game trailers and our teaser. You'll also probably find things like this because we have a puzzle solving game. There have been, a few occurrences of people leaking solutions on the internet. So if you are just trying to figure out what Project Uanon is about and consider playing, definitely watching a walkthrough of solving an entire season, this one is season 1, is definitely going to be super helpful. But I mean, look at the length of the video. In puzzle solving games, this would be like a very, very long walkthrough. So that just gives you an idea of just how in depth and how intense the challenges of this game are. And they're done that way for a reason. I'm just letting the game trailer play out here. I just want to draw your attention down here because I did say we were going to talk about the game story. Here is your first piece of the game story that you can dig into and start to determine what Project Uanon is about. So just paraphrasing here, Project Uanon is a dystopian cyber adventure puzzle. It's set in the near-term future. And as players, you will have to proceed through 6 stages of the game world. These stages are called seasons. Each season has a prize, and of course there is an overall game prize. If we just go back to the FAQ, it will tell you a little bit more information about the game prizes. So this information in terms of its United States dollar value for the prizes that you unlock from the game. This is based on what Tezos was worth at the time when we launched the game. This was March 2020. So, you know, Tezos has increased in value since then. You know, hopefully that remains stable. But what you can expect is that actually each game prize is worth a lot more than what it says here. And the final game prize is a big 50K, and there is an unknown community prize. That will make sense as you proceed further and further into the game and learn about how team play works. Just check my little agenda. Okay, so I wanted to talk about some of the provably fair implementations. Essentially, what we have is smart contract controlled game, which controls your position on the leaderboard. It's provably fair, and it uses zero-knowledge cryptography. So here you have the leaderboard. If I just go to the end, we have many more than 100 players, just so you know. It just takes a lot of work before you can even get into the rankings. So no one, we have about 1,000 players right now. And as you can see, we have about 100 solvers who have actually reached the leaderboard. That's like 900 people that have not even been able to complete a seasonal challenge unlocking an NFT token. This is the user MPEG. They have some of the rarest tokens in the game, and they're currently sitting in the rank 2 position. I preloaded their profile, so you can see the NFTs that they've already unlocked in the game by solving challenges. And when you solve the challenges, this is not like a crypto game where you need to like find a private key to sort of transfer money to your own wallet. You're playing this game with the wallet that you sign up with. And when you submit zero-knowledge proofs to the prover, it will claim the NFT, and those NFTs will be transferred to your wallet. And some of them are 3D. For example, this one, you can open it in the 3D viewer. I'm actually not going to let this load because the loading is quite substantial. Or maybe I can just let it go in the background and come back to it. The tokens are super beautiful, but yeah, they are large assets. So they do take a little bit to get going. And now just sort of drilling into the mechanics of the provably fair leaderboard. So let's just take like a hash size of 10, or let's go 11 with a hash size, with a hash round size of 11. We would be able to securely transfer awards to 11 people. We'll put a password in, and we can generate a public secret. So this would be an example of a public secret that would sit on the Tezos blockchain. And then if you view the hash pre-images, they're going to go in reverse order. So the first solver is going to claim this one. Of course, once it's claimed, that proof is publicly available on the blockchain. All they would need to do is hash it one more time to arrive at the public secret. And what you have is each solver is submitting a proof going in descending order so that no information is leaked, and we get all the benefits of zero-knowledge cryptography using hash chains. This particular zero-knowledge cryptography model was developed by two cryptographers known as Angel and Wallfish for online auctions in the 90s. So that is a cryptographic research paper. If you're so technically minded, you can go dig into that, but suffice to say that our cryptography is secure and has been 100% cool so far. No hacks, and I invite you to try to hack it. You're not going to get very far. Our game is secure and it is provably fair. And on that note, I just want to jump into some gameplay. There is sort of like a stigma based around our game right now that this is a game that like information security people, programmers, and just like technical people are playing, because there are some technical challenges. I'd like to point out that a lot of challenges are not technical and are just require knowledge of history, literature, culture, science, intellectual concepts. So if you go to /learn after you've associated your browser extension or Kukai wallet with our server, you will be able to have access to the tutorial. As you can see on the account, which I'm currently logged in with, I've solved everything, but we'll just go through. And the tutorial is just very, very easy compared to the rest of the game. So if you are going through the tutorials and you just like, wow, this is just super easy, yeah, get ready. The real game is extremely hard. Our most recent season of our 1,000 players has only been solved by 9 individuals so far, just to give you an idea of just how difficult these logical, technical, and historical, cultural, socio-cultural challenges are. So the tutorial just really guides you through in a very, very easy to follow manner about just the way the gameplay and the mechanics sort of work. You can see I can bring up a console by pressing the tilt key. I can do the same thing by clicking on an icon. Once I have a console view open, I can start to request information about the puzzle. Something to know is that the public secret for the zero-knowledge cryptography integration is listed in the public key property, and the operation which put it onto the blockchain is also something you may wish to know, because that will enable you to find entries referring to our zero-knowledge proofs on the blockchain. We can go ahead and we can look at this operation where this particular public secret was deployed. So these are pretty easy, and when we want to submit a solution, you can see here we have a hint. The title of the puzzle could be a hint, or maybe it's just aesthetic. The title of the puzzle is Hello World. You see Hello World here is the title of the puzzle. So I'm just going to, well, the description says, the site says payload. Payload is hello. I'm going to assume that it wants world. As you see, an access key was required. Let me just increase the magnification for you. And now I can go to next, and it will load me into tutorial 2. At which point I can do the same thing, and I can continue to follow the tutorials and learn more about the features, about the way the console works. But of course, not everything requires console. We do have graphical games embedded in, just so you know. I'm not sure if my sound clicks are going here, but essentially we have a structure where we can include any type of game into our templates, into a challenge. Each challenge is like a sub-level of a season. You can think of a season entirely as a level or like a save point. that comes with a claimable NFT and a Tezos reward for the first person to solve it. Each individual puzzle is like a sub-level. And
sorry, Drew, we're over time. So maybe you can start with a closure and then we can move on to the question.
Sure. I think the only other thing that I wanted to show is just how beautiful the game is. I'm just going to go through and just show you some of the sort of like programmatic drawings. Each season itself has a programmatic drawing. I'm just refreshing because each time you're going to get a different tree. The background is also programmatically drawn. But this is just one of our code drawings. Just go back here. We can look at a different code drawing. Oh, that was the same one. This is our most recent season. The different code drawing, the sand dunes. And I just want to show you some of the beautiful in-game objects that will appear in the actual game. This is a hyper-realistic book. We do a lot of hyper-realistic artwork. These are CSS and HTML objects. And they're always coded that they have realistic light effects. So anytime you see beautiful in-game web page objects, you're going to be getting as well realistic lighting effects. Just show you one more of these. Here's another book. Actually, here's another beautiful object with realistic lighting effects. This is a CSS and HTML scroll. Whole time, my Discord notifications have been going nuts. Just want to see what's, oh, holy crap. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
Drew, maybe we can start with the closure because we're running out of time.
I just want to say that I just received, I just received a video from the game creator. The game creator gave us this game and vanished mysteriously 6 months ago, and we haven't heard anything from them. We just got an email with a video. I don't know what it is, so it would have been cool to show it, but we'll just skip that. Just everyone check our Twitter. There's been correspondence from the game creator, and that was something we thought that they had completely abandoned the game. So that's very, very strange that happened. And just going on to the question, it deals with the provably fair aspect. And do you have the question to post? The prize for this is 25.
Yeah, I sent it to you in the private chat.
Oh, yeah. So
yeah, there it is.
What makes Project Uanon Esports Tournament Ladder, which is our leaderboard, provably fair? And how can users verify the leaderboard ranking of any player? So I didn't like super go over that, but essentially they would have to compute the verification of the zero knowledge proof. And I think someone is going to have to answer exactly how you'd have to do that. They'd have to sort of poke around on our site for a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I posted it also. You can see it on the screen in the banner section. So let's wait a couple of seconds to see if someone has the right answer.
Oh, it's hard.
We saw a dog there.
Yeah.
Making a cameo.
German Shepherd, I believe.
Well, I can see there's an answer there. I'm not sure, Drew, if that's correct.
I need to look in the comments tab.
Yeah, there's a comments tab there.
It's definitely the start of a correct answer. So what do you do with that thing that you put into the chat? How do you compute the verification, essentially? And you will need to poke around on the site.
Yeah. Is this like part of the game?
$150 US value, approximately. So you will need to think.
Yeah.
As with all Project Uanon things, you will need to think and prove that you are a human who's put together a thought process.
It's one of the puzzles in the game, so.
No, you can you can do it on our site. You don't need to go to Better Call or anything. Feel free to move along. If there's a comment in the chat that nails it, I'll
Okay, awesome. Yeah, maybe we can move on to Guillaume and give them more some more minutes to seek or think about the answer, and then at the end of his presentation, we can see who replied correctly.
Yeah, and what I'll do is let me just give you the website link on Uanon for where they need to play around and figure out how to verify proof.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you can post it in the comments, and everyone can access the link then, and yeah, maybe come up with the right answer. So yeah, well, Guillaume, let's start with your presentation. While we give them, oh, here's the link. Okay, I'm gonna post it on the comments. Here's the link. So try to get the right answer, post it in the comments, and we'll see after Guillaume's presentation who had the right answer. Okay, so Guillaume, the stage is yours.
All right, cool. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, great. Well, seeing how much time everybody took to do their presentation, I think it just shows the passion that you guys have building your games and products. And I think all of the presented products have been fucking amazing. So keep on doing that. Keep doing what you love. That's what it's all about. So great job on that. So on my part, I'm gonna share. I don't know. I'm trying to share my screen. I think it should be ready to be shared. Yeah, exactly.
There it is.
So I'm the co-founder and CEO of CryptoPick. We've been developing this game for a while now. It's been almost 3 years. And last time I came over, it was to present another version because we just recently did a pivot and a big switch and launched CryptoPick 2.0, the beta version. But basically, we're a competitive trading game. So it's a game where people can earn money by playing, so play to earn concept. But it's something really accessible because trading cryptocurrency is something that's not accessible for everyone, whether it is because it's a financial risk to do so, because you're afraid of the technical barriers you could encounter, or simply because you don't know anything about the markets or what you should be trading. Well, don't worry, we got you covered. You can just simply start playing CryptoPick because here you can get a touch of what trading looks like in a gamified way, and actually also earn your first crypto by doing so. So when you go on the CryptoPick website, you will see that we now have two game modes and one that's coming up. The first one is a solo game mode where you can test out the game. The game is pretty simple. You just join a game that lasts for 5 minutes, and you will see the chart of Bitcoin, so the price of Bitcoin going in real time up and down, and you have to open a long or a short position, and you can close it whenever you feel like it, and you can reopen a position, and you can open as many positions as you want during these 5 minutes, and you will get a trading score every time you close a position, or a positive or a negative score. And so the solo mode is where you just do it against yourself and you try to get the highest score possible. And then there are the duels. The duels is something pretty interesting. I will see if somebody wants to fight me. So here you can see there's the chart of Bitcoin, and I'm just waiting for someone else to join the game. All right, so somebody joined the game. That's great, and the game will start in a couple of seconds. And all I have to do is, you will see. All right, so now it's all about just it's basically the same as what you would do if you're an active day trader. So here I would think. Don't follow anything as financial advice, guys. I'm just playing the game to show you what it looks like. But essentially, that's what you want to do. So here I'm going to close my position. I just got a score of 40, and I can do this for during 5 minutes. So I can reopen a position if I feel like it, and then I can close it again, and so on and so on. And at the end of the game, you will see one of the two players has the highest score, and he will earn CPR, which is basically a rating, just like in chess. So the one who wins gains rating, the one who loses rating. And every day, there is a leaderboard where the players with the highest rating get some Ethereum as a reward. So that's a daily payout for everybody who's actually in the top 24 players right now. So that's pretty interesting. So I will just take this score here, and as I'm seeing that my opponent is not doing much, but yeah, so that's basically it, and that's the most simplified way of playing CryptoPick, because right now we just launched the beta. We want to see how it works, how people react to it, if people like it or not. But you can imagine that this will be gamified in a way more how to say it? Well, it will be way more gamified, simply said, meaning that you will have some abilities where you can freeze your opponent so that he cannot enter or close a position. You will be able to blur the chart for your opponent. You will be able to activate boost so that you get more score. You will be able to force a closing of the position of your opponent and things like that. So really, the goal is not to recreate trading as it exists. The goal is to really gamify trading so that it really becomes fun for people to learn what trading looks like and actually also earn something by doing so. All right. You can see here that I have Ethereum balance, a Picky's balance. Picky's is going to be a cryptocurrency. It's not a cryptocurrency right now because we first wanted to focus on creating a working product with players, but it will be a token beginning of next year. And people earn Picky's by playing the game and by winning games. And the Pickies will be needed to interact with our NFTs because we already launched the NFTs, I think, beginning of last year. The NFTs are a way to customize your avatar, so that's pretty cool. But more importantly, it will bring a utility to the game, meaning that just like Axie Infinity, you will need the CryptoPick NFTs to play. Well, you will be able to play for free, but if you really want to get the most out of it, you will need to own some CryptoPick NFTs. And yeah, so that's quite important. And other than that, they will also give you some power in the DAO that we are creating. Is my game almost finished? 1 minute and 40 seconds. So that's I'm just gonna do another position right here. But yeah, so basically people do trading. They earn Pickies if they do a good game. And the Pickies will be needed to create new NFTs, just like a breeding system that exists in a lot of games. Here, to create new CryptoPick NFTs, you will need to go to our blacksmith, pay the blacksmith in Pickies, and he will be creating a new NFT. So the goal is to create a circular economy where people play the game, earn Pickies, other people buy the Pickies so that they can create new NFTs for people who want to join the game. What is also quite important to understand is that, as I said before, the goal is that this is also pretty accessible to everyone in the world. And for somebody like me or other people, playing this game might not be interesting as a point of view of revenue because it might not look like a lot of money that I can earn by playing it. But for a lot of people in the world, it actually is a lot of money. And what is interesting for people like me and others is that I can actually buy NFTs from CryptoPick and I will be able to put them for lending so that people who don't have NFTs can grab them and start playing CryptoPick. And then we will be sharing the revenue that people earn by playing the game. So it's the same also as in Axie Infinity with the scholarship program if you want, but we are going to integrate that directly on the platform so that you don't have to create an account, send the username and password over. People will simply go to a tab of the platform and they will see what's available and they will immediately be able to pick up an NFT and start playing the game. And here the game is almost finished. I need to close it before the end, otherwise I get penalized and get disqualified, and I'm actually gonna win, so that's pretty good. So the game has ended. Here you can see that I won 10 Pickies. My rating went up with 8. The opponent's rating went down with 8, and my new CPR is back to 1,000. And I can immediately play another game. I can check the results and I can see how I'm evolving in the leaderboard. But that's basically it. Yeah, the shop, well, currently there are no more NFT sales anymore. You can grab our NFTs on the secondary market, whether it is Venly or OpenSea. But yeah, that's how the game looks like. And what I maybe wanted to share with you guys is quickly go over the roadmap to show you the exciting stuff we're actually working on. So right now we launched the new beta of CryptoPick 2.0. We are also launching the community battles, which is something that we've been doing with a couple of communities over the past days, and it's really cool because it's a community battle where everybody can join one game. It's a private game, and it's like 20 people playing against each other in one game. And it's a pretty cool activity to have for the community. It's a cool way to onboard people on CryptoPick, but it's also a cool way to give them exclusive NFTs as a prize pool for these community battles. Then we're also going to launch daily challenges, which is basically that every day, on top of just having the people with the highest CPR gaining something as a reward, there will also be something with the people who played the most games, the people who got the highest score of the day, the people who got the lowest score of the day, but also some simple challenges that you need to do every day so that you also get something in return. So it's not about, in that end, to win a game. It's simply by participating that you will be getting something back in return. Then there are the NFTs required to play, and the NFT lending and renting is what I explained before, where people will need the NFTs and that they will be able to use NFTs from people who put them on the lending system. Then for the beginning of next year, finally, the Pickies will become a token. We will start doing some new NFT sales. The goal is not to do as much NFT sales as possible, as it's super important that the secondary market and the circular economy kicks off. And so the goal is to sell a little bit more NFTs so that there are enough initial NFTs so that people can start breeding them and continue building the NFTs for other people to onboard the game. Then we will be releasing the Battle Royale game mode, which is the game mode that I didn't explain, but which will come once we got enough people playing actively. And that's the same mechanism, but with like 100 people in a game, and every 30 seconds, the 50% with the lowest score get eliminated. Then after that, we're gonna introduce the blacksmith. So this is the place where there is an interaction between the Pickies and the NFTs. So people will be able to create new NFTs there. Then there is the deathmatch game mode, where people will be fighting against one person, and each time someone will be eliminated until only one player is left. And then we will also introduce the DAO, which is in a simple form a way for people to vote about the new games we're going to launch and new implementations we're going to do and updates. And it's going to be using the NFTs, but also the Pickies. So whether you're an NFT owner or a Pickie owner or both, you will have a voting power in our DAO. Then in Q3, we will be launching the team games, where you can create a team and fight other teams. We will also be integrating the normal stock market. So right now it's on Bitcoin that people play a game, but we will be integrating Ethereum, Dogecoin, whatever you like. But the goal is also to integrate the normal stock market, so people can play the game on Tesla, Apple, or whatever. This is also a way to get a bit out of our niche, because we've always been a pretty niche product in crypto, and we think it's also important for people who don't already own crypto but that are on the stock market, that they can also play the game and earn their first crypto by actually playing CryptoPick. And then end of the year, we will be launching our own marketplace. Right now, it's not a priority, as people can just go on OpenSea or Venly Market, but the goal is to create our own marketplace so that it's just easier for people to trade our NFTs. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show you guys. So
awesome.
if there are any questions, would love to answer them.
Thank you, yeah, there are some questions, but probably we can start with your question to the audience, so we can, in the meantime, see Drew's answer, and then yours.
So the question that people have to answer is, what are the 3 game modes that are currently available on CryptoPick? And yeah, what you can earn is you can earn Genesis NFT. We've already launched several collections, and one of the Genesis NFTs are actually going to be given out today. So it's an NFT that was sold early last year, and that's now in the CryptoPick vault. So it's a pretty exclusive NFT. So that's pretty nice.
Awesome, thank you. So there's one question for you, actually. Is the prize spot daily?
Yeah. So when you play CryptoPick, there are 2 things. You will, by winning any game, you will earn Pickies, which will become a cryptocurrency. And on top of that, based on your rating, every day the best players gain Ethereum. So there are 2 different prize distributions, if you want. In the future, once Pickies become a cryptocurrency, everything will be in Pickies. But right now, we think it's important, as it's not a cryptocurrency yet, that people also can earn Ethereum, because, well, I mean, for some people, it's hard to place a value on a future token. So it's easier to pay them out in Ethereum. But yeah, it's on a daily frame that we give out $50 to the best players in Ethereum.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. So we're seeing some answers coming, but in the meantime, in regards to Drew's question, I'm going to share it on the screen. You read the answer. Okay, just a second.
You are cutting in and out, I believe, Louis.
Oh, okay. Ah, there he is. Okay. Screenwriter Jay again. Thank you very much for participating once again, and maybe Drew can explain a little bit about the answer.
This was a fairly complete answer, and I begrudgingly have to award it to Screenwriter Jay, who is just taking all the bounties today. I think we need this player to join Uanon because they have the competitive spirit for winning crypto prizes. So please join up. Just want to say that there was one other one that was pretty much correct, but it was not as technically precise. And it was also after Screenwriter Jay's answer. And this was, what do you say? Use generate evidence. That is the Uanon UI's language. That is, yes, that is the button tab you need to press. But the technical precision is what Screenwriter Jay said.
Awesome. Well, Screenwriter Jay is saying that he or she is already signing up. So very nice. Okay, so Guillaume, we're seeing some answers there. Do you see a correct answer?
I think the winner is Todd Pham, even though he did some spelling mistakes because his keyboard was not working the way he wanted it to work. But I'm pretty sure he knew what he was typing. He was just so enthusiastic about it that he just fucking button bashed the shit out of his keyboard. But so yeah, I think Todd Pham is a winner. So just to give you some insights, what we will ask you to do is or you can send us your Polygon. Yeah, because our NFTs are on Polygon and Pickies are also going to be on Polygon. You can send us your Polygon address, or you can just simply send us your CryptoPick username, and we will make sure that you get it as soon as possible.
Awesome. Well, I already sent the link again. I shared it on the comment section. So Todd Pham, please fill out this form so you can claim your prize. And yeah, I mean, I think we're done. Thank you very much for all of you for being here and for everyone who's watching as well. Hope you had a good time. It was pretty fun. We got to know a lot of interesting and great projects, and that's the idea of the demo day. At the end of the day, to learn more about what people in the space are doing, how can you get involved, how can you engage with these games and projects. So you're more than welcome to join us every week in a different event, and the last Friday of the month is a demo day, so of course you're more than welcome to join as well. But yeah, thank you very much for being here, and I hope to see you next time.
Bye guys, nice to meet you all.
Same.
See you guys.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Brilliant.
Bye everyone.
See ya.